Good morning. Well, have a look at this stuff. That's right, that's a bit of mud sticking to my boots. We had 11.5 millimeters yesterday, so hallelujah. Still nowhere near enough considering how dry the start of the year's been and compared to our sort of averages, I guess, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So this morning, well, I've got a few jobs I've been trying to get done on the air seeder and that. None of it's actually too major, just got to hit a few grease nipples. I've got to take a link out of a chain that drives the metering units and that was getting a little bit loose. So we'll get that done this morning. And then I've also got the dasher part in the tractor because I've been rerunning the main power supply to the auto steer. Reason being that when you turn the toggle switch on the dash, it was turning the radio and everything on, and I was having trouble with it seating my position when I started up. It's supposed to locate me, excuse me, straight away, but it wasn't doing that, so we're just going to rerun the power and make sure that nothing's interfering with it. So hopefully that will be a little bit more enjoyable to use, because often I've been sitting around for half an hour waiting for it to find my position, which has been a bit frustrating, but we'll get on with that. And then we've got the agronomist coming out at about 9 o'clock, and we're just going to make a bit of a plan on what we're going to go on with while we've got this moisture, because there's no follow-up rain on the forecast, so we're going to try and make the most of this while we can. Let's get to it. And speaking of rain, there is a nice little shower happening right now. So I don't think we're going to be in much of a rush this morning. So this is my chain that drives the metering units on the air seeder. I've just got to take that link out there, and we're going to replace him with a half link because there's no adjuster on it. There's no way to tighten the chain. The only way is to take a link out, so we'll probably get away with putting a half link in there. So we'll do that, and then that should be tickety-boo. Well, it is dark and gloomy today, this morning anyway. This here was that's my new power wires, so I got to connect that. I've got this dash panel here to put back on, and then we'll just tidy up the wiring in here, I guess, and hopefully it'll be a good thing. Alright, that thing's seeming a lot happier at the moment. Now I just got to clean up this mess. Alright, well, I've just had a bit of a short break there just to catch up with the agronomist. Looks like we've got a bit of a game plan now, so we've got a bit of wheat that we're going to continue sowing on the cleaner paddocks that we have, or the more weed free, and then when we're finished with that we will switch over and do a little bit of barley. But there may be a few acres left at the end that we are really going to be waiting for a decent rain on. We'll see what sort of weed germination we get from this little bit of rain that we've had now, but that's the plan. Hopefully it goes smoothly. I'm going to finish cleaning out this tractor cab. I've sorted out all this wiring. It seems a lot better. I've actually made that whole loom a lot tidier. It used to be all balled up there, now it's sort of a bit smoother, which is a bit nicer. It's still a bit ugly, but that's what you get when you're putting these aftermarket guidance systems on your tractor. Could have gone with Greenstar, but this tractor's not Greenstar ready, which is the John Deere version, and they wanted about $35,000 to fit that up to this tractor, and well, we just said no, no, no to that for obvious reasons. This has to be one of the worst designs ever. This is the chain that runs all my metering rolls and everything. Well, I took a half link out because the chain was loose, and I put the chain back on and the chain wouldn't reach, so I've had to put another half link back in. So essentially I've taken a link out and putting a link back in. What a waste of time. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Might have to try and rig up a tensioner for this thing, I think. But that'll be a job for another day, because it seems to run alright at the moment. 100-hour grease nipples on the air seeder, check. Looks like Dad's getting the old relic ready. Go out and lay down some pream. Not long now, the mist and rain's disappeared. She'll be not far away from ready to go, I reckon. I gotta finish getting this horse ready first. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? Making dust. You're making dust. Oh! Well, Dad's mucking around, mixing up some feed down there, so I'm just going to stay out of the way. I'll go get some lunch, then we'll go get some fuel, some seed and some fert after that. Get the handbrake out of the way. Oh. Get out of it! What are you doing? We are loaded with fuel, fertiliser, seed, the whole kit and caboodle, so it's time to get started. The old man's out laying down a bit of pre-emergent, so we should be golden. Back at it. It's nice to see those tines going through the ground without any dust coming up behind them. Lovely, absolutely lovely. So I just stopped and had a look out and see, just to see what sort of a job we were doing, and we're having a really annoying problem at the moment. It's not really wet, it's not really dry, the soil is like incredibly sticky, it's sticking to the wheels and the press wheels, and what's happening is then the wings of the seeder bar, the wheels are clagging up with mud, and they're not really sewing at the right depth anymore. So I don't know, well, there's nothing much we can really do. I was just, me and Dad stopped and had a bit of a look. You muck around, we can adjust the wings down a little bit lower, but the soil up here is totally different to the soil down the bottom of the paddock, so we probably won't have the problem down there. Literally looks like we are about to get another shower of rain. Just coming over the ranges behind us. This will be interesting. looking very gloomy indeed. Always welcome, always welcome. Except for during harvest, then it's not welcome. Well, we were worried about picking up mud and dirt before, but it is really tacky out here now. Not sure what to do. Might have to pull up. It's really not much rain, but it's just making everything sticky. Oh yeah, she's getting too sticky. Everything's clagging up on the press wheels, on the wheels. Oh, it's slimy out here. Alright, I gotta pull up. I'm out of here. You're on camera.
I'm on camera. Oh my goodness. It's Friday.
Well, that's it for another day. We've been rained out. Good problem to have. Morning. Well, have a look at this fog that's blown in this morning. Wow, that's impressive. It is moister than an oyster out here at the moment. Well, the tractor is down there only about 100 meters, but I can't see it from here. It's so foggy. Morning, how are you, boy? How's those hips going? Hey? Oh, not too bad. Yeah, look at the mud sticking on the press wheels last night. That shower of rain. It's still pretty damp and tacky out here. I don't know how much better it's going to be, but we'll give it a go. I have no idea how this is going. I think we're still way too tacky out here. Stop and have a look, I guess, shortly. It is just way too tacky out here. Just building up on the press wheels. The soil is just such an awkward consistency at the moment. It's not really all that wet. It's not dry, and it just sticks together. It's really weird, but I think I might have to wait till maybe we get some sunshine. Alright, what we have decided to do is come back down the paddock onto the harder soil. It's very sort of, it's a lot softer and sort of loamier up that end. More powdery sort of soil down here. It's sort of a lot harder and flatter. So we'll come down here, see how this goes. Hopefully it doesn't stick as much to everything. It's just not quite as sticky and tacky. A lot harder, like I said. So we'll do a couple of ups and backs and we'll see how we're rolling. Let's have another look, see how we're going here down on this different soil. It's still clagging up on the wheels, but not as bad. Like before that was like mounding up like an inch or more, so it's not too bad. Definitely still sticking to the wheels, but not like it was. The sun has come out very quick and the fog disappeared, so I'm sort of glad I persevered this morning, because that top layer will probably dry up fairly quick now and we'll just be able to keep going, smooth sailing at the moment. So it's good. Get through it, get this stuff in the ground, hopefully we can get it growing. Rightio, I am out of fertiliser, so I need to go get the truck. let's get this rig out of here. Get the last of this done. Start the long walk back. I'll tell you what, despite that bit of fog this morning, it is an absolutely lovely day out here. The sun's warm, the soil's got a bit of moisture in it. Beautiful. I didn't bother eating breakfast this morning because I thought, well, I'm right out the back of the house. I got like 25-30 hectares to do. You know, 3 or 4 hours surely I'll be done, and then, you know, I'll break for lunch and we'll reassess from there. And all of a sudden it's midday, still got 10 hectares left. There's just a few dramas this morning. It was a bit sticky, took a bit of time, a few adjustments. Anyway, not long now. I'm starting to feel a bit hungry though. Last pass and then onto the end rows. Oh, I need a haircut and a shave. Feeling like the bloody underside of a old slipper or something. Well, there she is. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm waiting for the boom spray to catch up to me. Well, not really catch up to me, but he just had other jobs to do, so don't know. We'll be playing the waiting game, I reckon. All done, fold them up. Let's get out of here. Well, alrighty then, folks. I'm just going to fill up with fuel, do a couple of odd jobs. I'm waiting for another paddock to be sprayed before I can continue on, so I'll probably just leave this video here for now. Thank you very much for watching the video. Stay safe and we'll see you all next time. Cheers.